Welcome everybody tonight to Fiancé Fridays. We're here with Shabooty and Gina and Colleen and Sherry, and I'm sure the rest of the people will pile in shortly.
What's good, everybody?
But it's good. George asked if we're still on. So Gina, I was gonna ask you though, like, so are you watching the new Love Island that started last this week?
Yes, I did.
You're up to speed, like all the new episodes?
There was only two episodes that aired. It's going to be for the Beyond the Villa. It's only going to be like once a week.
Okay. Wait, so it was
Yeah.
two episodes the first week and then the following weeks is one episode?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, so it's not like a million episodes a week?
It's not a 4 or 5 day commitment. That is correct.
Okay. Oh, by the way, Mariah's here.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, Mariah.
Okay, guys, calm down. How long have y'all actually been here? I'm assuming it hasn't even been that long.
We've been here for a
It's
while, but we just started the official podcast.
Okay, see, so it's not that bad. Y'all know that I'm a mess and I'm never on time, but I'm here and I'm I'm excited to be here because I haven't been here in a hot second. So I'm interested in knowing what I missed, what's been going on.
True. Well, the only thing you missed as far as this podcast tonight, and I'm sure we'll talk about other shit, is I asked Gina about Love Island, the new, what is it? What's it called again?
Beyond the Villa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gina's been texting me about that, and unfortunately, Gina knows I have not started it. But I'm very interested because it's actually people that I know because I watched the season for this season of Beyond the Villa, so I'm interested in it, but I haven't gotten a chance to like start it. And once you miss a week of Love Island, it's literally impossible to catch up.
Well,
So.
this week there's two episodes. So the day that it aired on Wednesday, there was two episodes. After that, it's on a weekly basis. So it's not like a 4 to 5 episode, like a week type of thing.
How long is one episode?
I think it's about, hold on 1 second here, like 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay, that's way more doable than I thought. But
Let me just double check
the
here
only,
on
the only
my.
show the only show I'm up to speed on of the 90 day stuff is like The Boys.
What is that?
You never heard of it? The Boys on
No,
Amazon Prime?
No.
no.
You
What is
never heard
that?
of it?
No, like you're the only one. So
That's
what is it about?
literally like the fucking well, it's not like reality TV. It's like it's like the anyway, it's like a satire. It's like a super it's like I'm sure I've talked about this before, but anyway, it's like a Superman or like a superhero show. It's like a satire where it's like you know what I mean? It's like over the it's like it's instead of like good guy superheroes, it's like bad guy superheroes are all shitty human beings.
So yeah, I never heard of this.
It's literally like super popular.
Really? Okay,
Huh?
'cause, yeah, I'm fully unaware. I didn't know about it. It'll be added to a list of shows that I need to watch that I probably never will. But I am gonna add it to the list because when people highly recommend a show, I have to watch it. So
I'm sure even if you don't watch it or you never heard of it, if I send you like gifs of it of like Homelander, if I send you gifs of Homelander, you're like, yeah, I've seen the gifs on like Twitter and shit because they like meme the fuck out of the show. So
So I said Beyond the Villa was about 30 minutes. It's about like it's on my app, so showing like 58 minutes, but that's with commercials. So yeah,
mhm.
and ads. So yeah, and 52 minutes. So yeah, you guys do the math. So it's
I
about an
don't think
hour.
that, but I don't think they count the commercial as part of the show. Like, I think that when the show pauses and the ad starts, the timer stops. So it's like
Oh,
58 minutes for real. I'm pretty sure.
okay. Okay.
Shabooty, am I right? I'm right, right?
I I just the only thing I could compare it to is like Love Island Games where that was like an hour without commercials.
Yeah, yeah, without. I'm pretty sure. Because I think that they don't count the ads as part of the time of the show, like the runtime. The ads are
Yeah.
extra. Because when
Yeah.
I
Okay.
watched,
Well,
because back in the day when I used to watch 90 Day on HBO Max without ads, the show was only an hour and a half because they didn't count the ads. So the 30 minutes extra was actually just ads.
True. So, anyways, yeah, you gotta watch. Well, even if you don't watch The Boys, you gotta. If I send you some gifs of it, you'll be like, "Oh my God, I've seen these like reaction gifs on Twitter. So, anyways, that's the only show I'm watching that's like that I'm up to date on. That's not 90 Day. Um, anyway, let's move on. Oh, as far as like what did you miss? Oh, last Friday I interviewed like Colty's girlfriend,
Current girlfriend or ex?
like the current Diana girl.
Oh, so she's still with him? Isn't it kind of grimy for her to go and talk about him on an interview if they're still together?
I don't know. I mean, well, she was very positive about him, like saying how much she's in love and shit.
I hate that I
Yeah,
missed it.
gross.
I hate that I missed it because I've always wanted to ask a woman that has been sexually intimate with Colt what the fuck is wrong with her. So like I'm really really sad that I missed it because I just need these answers because this is the type of stuff that keeps me up at night. Like just wondering what it is about Colt that will make a woman want to be sexually intimate with him on a regular basis. Like I need
What?
to understand that.
Wait a second. Cult sexual sex life keeps you up at night.
Yes, because it's the most baffling thing I've ever experienced in my life. I can't figure it out. I can figure out astronomy, I can figure out geography, I can figure out algebra, but I
You
cannot figure
cannot
out.
figure out geography. You're not good at geography,
I
George.
can look on Google, but the one thing that I cannot figure out is what makes a woman in her right mind, allegedly, want to have sex with this man
Well,
willingly.
didn't what's his ex-wife say that he was good with like his tongue?
Yeah, he's known as a eater.
I mean, but is that enough, ladies? Like, is that enough for like if the man looks like something that just came out of the ocean dead, but he's good with his tongue, that's enough? You're just gonna dedicate your relationship and
Well,
shit to
look
that?
at all the hot chicks that he's gotten. He's got to be doing something right.
Yeah, like the way she was talking, like she was head over heels in love and stuff, and I was shocked.
Oh no, guys. Like I've been known to be referred to as a tongue god, right? Like I'm not gonna get
Mhm.
vulgar or nothing, but look, I don't know. Like if but I don't think that my face card is as bad as Colt's face card. But like I'm just saying, like, is that enough? Is just getting it the way you want it licked every night enough to be with somebody who looks like Colt? Because we all can say, I mean, even Stevie Wonder could say Colt is a very ugly man, right? Like we can all say it. We all agree, right? That Colt is a very ugly man, right?
Mhm.
So I just don't understand it. Like, is that all women need? Like, is that it? Like, it don't matter what you look like? Because I spend quite a bit of time on my regimen every morning trying to look hot before I leave the house. If I can just look like shit and still get a hot girl, can somebody let me know so I can save 45 minutes before I leave the house every morning?
I don't know. He must have a really good rap. Like he must just put a lot of mental energy in talking their head off.
I don't. It's. I just wish I would have been able to question her a little bit because that interrogation is needed in my life because I just need a little insight into what the fuck is wrong with that person. You know, like I just need to know.
Yeah, well, like in English, obviously, isn't their first language, so she did as best as she could. But I will say, like, if for other interviewers, like, don't go to Diana as your first interview because you have to be a seasoned interviewer to interview someone when English isn't their first language. But I think I did an okay job.
Well, the next
Oh,
time I will promise I will be on and I will try to speak in Portuguese to her.
True, I didn't think about that.
yeah. Gina's fluent in Portuguese, so you know I think a lot of people forget that. I forget sometimes.
Yeah,
He does forget all the time.
Yeah, more so all the time than sometimes. Yeah, you're right. I forget.
You
true.
think that I'm the only person that lives in Canada.
Sometimes I forget you live in Canada. Like if I'm just being really honest with you, like well, me and Gina will be having random conversations, and I'll be like Gina, and I'll say something like totally American to her, and she'll be like, "Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm in Canada." I'm like, "Oh shit, you are." Like I just be forgetting, and I'll be like, "You sound like a normal person," so I just assume you were American. Like I didn't know you were Canadian half the time.
You know, well, you talk to her like as if she lives in the boonies, but she lives in like one of the
Yeah.
cities in Canada.
I mean, Canada is like all boonies. Like it's like this little tiny town country that no one
No,
lives in. You know that's
Vancouver's like so beautiful.
Wait, time out. George saw the new show Age of Attraction, and we're
I
going to
did.
discuss. We're not going to just go into too much detail with it, but it was filmed here in Vancouver, and George thought it was beautiful.
I
Mhm.
did. I thought that it rivaled Miami. It was so beautiful. There were beautiful mountains, water. beautiful trees. I was very, very impressed at the landscape. I can recognize a city based on landscape or skyline because I've been, everywhere in the world. I'm always in somewhere. And I usually can recognize a city. And I think what was really funny, I was watching the show with Bay and I kept saying, I was like, where the fuck is this? I could not figure it out for the life of me. I was like, I've never been there because I clearly would recognize. I was like, where is this? Where is it? So I finally asked Gina and I was like, Gina, where is this? She's like, literally in my backyard. And I was like, what? I did not know that Gina had it like that because it looks like Miami, but nicer. So it's expensive. It's expensive.
Yeah, it's mad. People like what's the car like name? What's that? I'm having a brain fart, but what's that like car brand that's like really expensive, like rich people drive? Not Bent. Well, yeah, I think it's Bentley. Am I
Bentley.
Bentley?
Jaguar.
No, I think Bentley was no, Bentley's what I was trying to think of. So yeah, like up there, you'll see a lot of Bentleys and shit.
Yeah, Bentley's. What do you call that? Rolls Royce.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And for the record, Gina, what'd you say? What card brand did you just say?
Jag.
Jaguar. That is not in the like luxury high end category. That's in like, well, no, I said that wrong. That's in the high end luxury category. But like Bentley and Rolls Royce, those are in the baller status category. Like they're like a regular person, if they work a lot of hours, could afford a Bentley. A regular person will never be able to afford. Oh, I'm sorry, Jaguar, but a regular person will never be able to afford a Bentley, no matter what.
So what happened was George had watched Age of Attraction. I had started, I'm like, shut the fuck up. I know where this is, right? And then I'm like, George, you didn't tell me this was shot in Vancouver and in Whistler, right? This is right in my backyard. And you're like, shut up. That is not your city. Like, it is beautiful. No wonder houses cost $2 to $3 million there.
Yeah.
Well, it is nice. I agree. It's a very pretty city. It kind of reminded me of Seattle, but more so like Miami because it looked very tropical, which also confused me because it's in Canada. And when I think of Canada, I think of an icy, snowy mess. So
And
I was
then sorry, I
It
was
is
like,
a rainforest. It
and
is a
then Gina,
rainforest.
isn't there a lot of like Asian infusion, like San Francisco-esque a little bit?
Yeah, Vancouver at one point, I'm not sure if it's changed, but in Vancouver or in the general area, the Lower Mainland, it was considered one of the biggest Chinatowns in next to San Francisco. So
Yeah.
if I want Malaysian food, I want Vietnamese food, I want Japanese food, I want Korean, I could just, it's right on my backyard, everything.
Mhm.
If I want Persian food, I know where to go. I want Turkish food, I know where to go. If like everything is on my backyard.
Oh, and but speaking of Turkish, I finally did. I know you had sent it like maybe years ago, but I finally saw the like TikTok guy who's like the hot Turkish
Oh,
vendor.
yes. Ugh, yeah.
And there
Captain and I, whoo.
wasn't there some, I don't know if it was the same TikTok video I watched, but like it was something where like some chick went to go see him, but then when she went to go see him, there's other like American tourists that were already there to see him or something. It was like multiple American tourists.
American women. I don't think it's tourists. I think it's mostly women.
Yeah. Well, women trying
Yeah,
to
probably.
oh,
Yeah,
women
exactly.
hoping to be sex tourists, I think. Anyway, so should we get to the actual first topic that I wrote?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I forgot what we were here for.
So this one isn't necessarily in order of importance, but like I was going through all the shit I posted in the last couple of weeks, and then like there was a Loren Allen post where he said, I guess well, first of all, like I think like Wendy and Jose is the same person, right? Like I guess Jose is the dead name, and Wendy is like, or is Wendy, or is right? Is that correct? Like Wendy and Jose is the same person as far as who he was married to?
Wait, are you asking me?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
did
it's
not
like
even know that he was
Uh,
married to anyone. So I'm the
Well, no,
wrong
well, he
person.
was married twice, but the second time was like to some his Mexican dude. I mean, woman.
Oh, I did know that.
I,
I did know
I
that. Yeah, you're right. I
I
think
saw the
Jose.
picture, but I didn't know they had like like they changed genders. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, anyway, I'll read you his caption that says like, if my second wife didn't need so much money and see now I'm kind of confused, but anyway, let me just read it. If my second wife didn't need so much money and the TV show didn't need me to get divorced, I'd still be married to Wendy. Regrettably, I didn't get season two after ending our marriage for the TV show. So anyway,
Wait, he's saying that he ended his marriage because he needed to be obviously single to do a K-1 visa. So he ended his marriage to be on another season of the show. That's a weird thing. I mean, if he was married while he was over there filming with Faith, how solid was that marriage? Because, he was trying to, I'm pretty sure he did have sex with Faith, right? I'm not mistaken. He did.
keeping track of his life is really confusing because like maybe again I could be wrong, but I think it could be a thing where he wasn't married when he was with Faith, but then when he got back, he like shacked up with the Hispanic woman Jose, and then got married her, and then divorced her to get back on the show.
Oh, that sounds about right because I do remember him
Hmm.
saying that. Yeah.
Mm,
When one of his times on the show, he did say that on the podcast. And
mm,
I thought he said that he moved in with Jose because he just needed a place to stay. And I thought he also said that Jose was like full dressed like full woman, and then all of a sudden just started dressing like a man or something. Like I don't remember specifically what he said, but he said that he made it seem like it was a very odd pairing and coupling. So it's weird to me that he would say that he would still be married to that
mm.
person because when he was describing the relationship to us, it didn't seem like a relationship that was even a real relationship in the first place.
Yeah, it seemed like it was like fake or whatever.
Well, I'm pretty sure he said it was because I needed somewhere to stay. I'm pretty sure that was what he led with, and the
Mm.
person had a place for him to stay. Because I'm pretty sure Jose is the person that he shit on their couch, right? I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
I think he shit on his like boss's couch or something.
Oh, that's a different guy. You know what? Like you said, it's too hard to try to keep up with Lauren's life. He needs to write
But
a
yeah,
book.
it could have been a thing where he married Jose to try to give Jose like with help Jose's like immigration status. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? With Lauren, we'll never really know,
Yeah.
honestly.
Anyways, but yeah, I just thought that was interesting that he said he divorced for the sake of getting back on the show, and then he didn't get back on the show, so he felt stupid, basically. But anyways, that was the first topic. Next topic. Did you see? This is more of like a visual, and I could send you the image if you didn't see it. Well, let me ask you this. Back in the day, did you watch like what is it called? Living Single? And then did you see the photo of Rick as an extra on Living Single?
I did watch Living Single.
Me
Um,
too.
I did see the photo of Rick in the background. So I have a question. When that photo was screen grabbed, was that from the opening theme of the show, or was that from like a specific
Oh,
scene of an episode?
yeah, I don't have it handy, but like there was a video where it was from a specific scene. It was a scene where like there's a basketball player named like Reggie Miller, and then he has a sister. I think her name is like Cheryl Miller. So there was a scene with like she was anyway, he's an NBA player, and I guess I don't know what she was a professional basketball player too. But anyway, so there's a scene where Queen Latifah, it's like I don't know if it's on a basketball court or something, and there's Queen Latifah, and then there's Cheryl Miller, and then in the background is Rick. So it was a scene from an episode.
Interesting. But you had broken the news previously that he was in the WWE.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it wouldn't be difficult for him to get a cameo on Living Single because the WWE is, it's specific, but it's pretty big. So, dropping your name around wouldn't be difficult, to get, especially a non-speaking role. It's probably easy to do that, but still interesting because when I saw Rick on the show, he never came across to me as a fame whore.
Mm-hmm.
I never would have guessed that he was like a Shekinah or Loren or, all of the fame whores. So it kind of caught me off guard. 'Cause I was like, oh, I didn't think that he was the one chasing the reality TV dream the way these other people were, but I guess he is.
Yeah, and well,
Well,
he lives in LA, right? So that's probably easier to get like roles that way.
you have to remember back in the day, like in Living Color and like with all of like and the show as well, there wasn't too many African American shows and African American actors on these shows because they weren't airing them. So all these actors were all on all these shows, unfortunately. And I'm so glad that it's now expanded and obviously with different shows that's relatable to everybody, right? So, but back in the day, you had a select few shows and that was it to represent people of color.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like a random thing though that I find kind of weird. It's like, well, back in the day, a lot of those shows were like on Fox, like, well, like
Hmm.
Living Single and like in Living Color were all on Fox. But present day, when I think of Fox, I think of like Fox News and shit. I mean, it's all the same company, but like Fox News, which is like super like, like right wing and shit, anti DEI and stuff. So then it's weird the same company is the one that made, was home to like In Living Color and Living Single and all that.
I think what paved the way was also the now drop network, like the W network and or not W, UPN network.
True. And then it was like, then there's like WB Network, right?
Yeah, WB, then it went to like UPN.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, Rick was doing that. Speaking of Rick, there was tea, I guess you could say that like Trish is now pregnant, and I think everyone's in agreement that it's like not Rick's baby, but that news dropped.
Yeah, I heard about that, and I was confused because there were so many situations with Rick's scenes with Trish where I thought they were gonna break up, and
Mhm.
they kept going on, and I was really confused by that because I had heard a rumor that at the tell-all they weren't together. So I was like, well, when is it gonna happen? Because they're not together, and now that she's pregnant, it kind of solidifies. But I was, what I thought I heard was that she was with someone else and in a new relationship. I just don't know when they broke up or if it's still coming on the season. There's
Well,
only
yeah,
like there's only one episode left, right?
I think, but well, if you haven't seen the newest episodes, then you probably then, but should I talk about it or what?
I haven't seen it, but yeah, we can talk about it.
Well, yeah, I don't know if it was the last episode, but like they break, yeah, so I think that what happened was they were waiting in the waiting room, like at an airport, I think, and then he was still like messaging his ex-girlfriend literally right next to Trish, and then Trish kind of like saw him like, and he was kind of being, like flirty with her, and then when Trish saw that, she get like blew her stack, and like basically they had a big fight again, and like after that point they were no longer really together, and then they met one last time, and like Trish was trying to get him to block his ex or something, but then she ended up. I think she like blocked him literally in front of Rick as they met up one last time. She blocked his profile in front of him, and they were pretty much done at that point.
Okay, cool. Because I was wondering when that was going to happen. So as I was like, I know they're not together. So I was waiting and waiting. And yeah, I haven't caught up on the last episode, but I do remember that last episode I did see. She was pissed off at the airport. So now I have some context as to what happened. And Rick is kind of that guy where no matter who he's with or if he's married or in a relationship or not, he's always going to entertain other women. I've seen that, in
Mhm.
his scenes, no matter what. And when you're I don't know how to explain it. Like when you're not secure with yourself or you're not genuinely happy inside, attention from other people is just craved. So you're always going to entertain when someone gives you attention. And Rick is one of those guys. He's never going to be able to be faithful because he's not genuinely happy with himself. So if anyone gives him any type of attention, if he's married, that's too fucking bad because he's going to cheat on his wife because he's going to always entertain that.
Yeah, well now he has like 90 Day fame, so he's gonna have so many women in his DMs.
And
Yeah,
in his
which
Uber.
Which is weird because all of the women in the fandom thinks he's like a A1 creeper. So like I don't know who's gonna be in his DMs, but one thing I've learned, nothing stops a woman from trying to get some fame dick. Because
Mhm.
remember the
Well,
what's his
look
name?
at
The
all the girls that Colt's been with.
what's the guy's name in the wheelchair who's the Uber
Oh,
driver?
the guy from
Brian.
Chicago.
Brian. Nothing stopped women from being in Brian's DMs, and he was a creeper the whole fucking season that he was on. So one thing about women is they will put a dick anywhere that they need to put that dick if it brings them any type of fame. And we kind of learned that with Natlie and
Mhm.
Gino, because Natalie's cute, right? Like she's
Mhm.
not disgusting. She's got a good job. She could get a man, but she's putting that dick wherever it needs to go to get her on TV. And I applaud her for that. You got to be very dedicated when you're chasing this dream.
And then what's it called? I don't know if you remember. This is a little segue with like Love After Lockup or whatever. But like, there was a dude where I know he played like guitar and he was like divorced like 4 or 5 times. You know what I'm talking about? is, I don't know if his name, I can't remember his name, but there's a guy on Love After Lockup where like he was like married and divorced like 4 or 5 times and he played guitar and he's kind of like dorky. But anyway, he's like remarried now for like the fifth or sixth time. So it's like,
I actually think I know who you're talking about. Does he wear glasses?
yeah.
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name, but yeah, he's been. Yeah, you're right. He had been
Oh,
married.
Is it Chaz or something?
Chaz. That's it. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So Chaz of like people like I don't understand people like that where like if you've been like married and divorced like 5 times where he's like now married for like a sixth time or whatever it is. It's like I don't understand the people that are married like 6 times.
I mean, yeah, if it didn't work out the last 5 times, what makes you think it's gonna work out the sixth time? Like, I'm the type of person, I've never been married ever in my life, and if I'm only gonna try it one time, right? Like, and if it doesn't work out, there ain't no way in hell I'm marrying nobody else. Like, if it doesn't work out the first time, I'm done. Like if you try something and it doesn't work, like don't do it again. Like you wouldn't try. Don't try something freaky and you don't like it and then try it again. You're not gonna like it. You didn't like it the first time. Like that's how I feel about it. Like I'm not doing it twice.
Yeah, so even Chaz of all people who like it's funny because like on the show he was kind of like he's like a simp kind of guy. I forget because he's with some chick. The chick he was with totally like fucked him or whatever. Because she was like she was kind of like a sugar she's kind of like a call girl like whore kind of chick. I'm not like literally but allegedly, but anyway, like so she kind of cucked him and he was like a sad sack on the show, but it doesn't matter, he's on the show so he's gonna have women in his DMs in real life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you will be surprised the level of desperation that comes for women that are chasing after somebody who's on a reality TV show. Like you would be surprised.
Yeah, that's why when people are like sad for Guillermo, I'm like, don't you worry, his DMs are lit up, I'm sure. Don't feel bad for Guillermo for 1 fucking second.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt that he's a younger, good-looking guy too. Like he's gonna, because think about it. If Colt's doing fine,
Mm.
Guillermo is literally fighting pussy off. Like he has to get like weapons and armor. Like if
Yeah.
Colt has enough to choose from, Guillermo is probably gonna have to hire a bodyguard. Like that's how much he's gonna have to fight it off.
True. All right, next top. Anyway, well, congratulations, Trish, on the baby. I can't wait to see the baby bump. Oh,
Yeah, I
but
think you said we'll see it at the tell-all, right?
I don't know if I said that, but did you notice that when her photos, like her like boobs are like larger?
Yeah, I saw that. I hate to say that I noticed those things, but I am a boob guy, so yeah, I did
But
notice
you
that.
are you're not visually impaired, so you noticed them.
Right, I'm not Stevie Wonder, so yeah, it jumped out at me. I was like, oh, I see boobies. Yeah, I did see that.
Those were like torpedoes.
They were
I
like
mean,
they're like
when
pontoons.
girls get pregnant, it enhances their body in many ways. I know a lot of women say that they don't like it because it's like swollen, but as a guy, when you're looking at a pregnant one, that's why pregnant women say a lot their husbands are like horn dogs because for some reason the woman will hate the changes to her body, but the guy will be like, "Holy shit!" Like she's fighting him off half the time.
Mhm. All right, let's see. Okay, the next topic is there was like a super long post from, and again, this may be this may be one of those things where it's like it's been out there on the internet, so it may not be new objectively, but it's new to me subjectively. So anyway, like there was a super long post from Wig Lisa's sister where she spilled a bunch of tea. I could read it, but it's pretty long, so it's up to you. I don't know. What do you want to do?
Wait, so Lisa from Lisa and Daniel's sister,
Wrote a really long post, like spilling all sorts of tea, like but
like
spilling all
about like bad tea about her sister?
just yeah, everything, all the dirt, basically. Yeah.
I think
I
it's her
mean, we're,
stepsister. But yeah, go ahead. It's
I
story
mean,
time.
yeah, we can get a little messy. I like a little mess. I don't mind that.
Okay, cool. I had it. It's a long read, so let me pull it up. Let's see. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I guess her alleged. Well, let me preface this with allegedly because that I gotta say because there's a lot of shit in here, and I think I think the sister's name is Amanda. So anyway, this is what Amanda says, and let me say allegedly. Give me 1 second. Let me clear my throat real quick. Hold on. Okay. It says, I'm her sister, and I can hold on, give me 1 second. I feel like I have something in my throat. Let me get a sip of water. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Hang on.
George, when are you going to watch the Love Island?
I don't know. Like, to be really honest with you, I don't know. Like, I would love to watch it like
Mhm.
this weekend, but I honestly probably I can almost
Won't.
guarantee you that I won't. So, you know,
Okay.
I don't have the answer to that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Continue, Shabooty. Sorry, I didn't know whether or not like how bad
true.
your throat was. So go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, hopefully I'm good. Okay. It says, I am I'm her sister, and I can confirm she has a host of issues. And again, let me say allegedly, and uses people for what they can give her at the time. She falls in love in a week, moves in with her newest love interest, and has left her daughter behind too many times to count. She has scammed people out of money and lied to get money. She once shaved her hair and told a homeless shelter that she had cancer and was going through chemo so she and her wife could secure a spot there. She has done really terrible things and destroyed a lot of people in relationships. The only time I hear from her is if she needs money. She reached out to me this past October begging me for $2,000 for her rent and touts me she needed it the next day or she and my niece Faith would be evicted. I didn't have it and I questioned her about the money and she and her husband, parentheses, they got married in Nigeria, end parentheses, received from TLC. She told me she took advances and the money was gone. I told her my job had been restructured and I had been looking for a job for 15 months and didn't have it to give. She cut me off of Facebook and I haven't heard from her since. She does have mental illness, borderline personality disorder, which I already knew, but she had disclosed this on TikTok and Facebook. So I'm not revealing anything she hasn't disclosed. She lived in so many places, skipped rent, and left. She used to live in a tent in Kentucky with her sixth spouse, her last wife. They eventually bought a shed with no water or electricity and created a GoFundMe to get money from people. Again, I knew this, but her ex was on TikTok doing an interview and also confirmed it. She said her therapist at the time said she was all better and didn't need her medication and thought it was great that she was living in a shed. She ended up leaving her wife, took her car and moved in with another woman. I remember she laughed about the shed being repossessed and her ex being stuck on this mountain with nothing. It's been upsetting, embarrassing, and sad to see her on TV. My niece has been the real loser here. She has had no stability or consistency. I hate that I can't have a normal relationship with my sister. It's too much drama and chaos, and she only talks to me if she needs money. Her parents are deceased, or our parents are deceased, and she was the only sibling I had in connection to my childhood. It's a hard loss to grieve, and I wish she would get help so we could be close. It's been heartbreaking. And rant.
Wow. I mean, that was a lot. It's crazy that her only sister is the one that's airing her out. But I guess when you've been burned by somebody for so long, so many times, that's just kind of where you end up, right? Because,
It,
you
it
know,
doesn't surprise me because wasn't she living in a tent at one point?
Yeah, that's what the sister said.
yeah, I guess a shed and then a tent. And it doesn't sound crazy to me either that she meets somebody and then moves in with them right away. That doesn't
Mhm.
sound surprising either. You know, because when you're struggling to keep a place to stay, you know, when you meet somebody and they have a place to stay, you move right on in. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't want to talk a lot of shit about her because it said that she has borderline personality disorder, and I don't like to, you know, make
Mhm.
fun of people with mental illness. That's not my vibe. So,
Yeah.
but you know, it's crazy that her own sister's airing her out. Like I have a sister, and we are like ride or die. So, like even when we're mad at each other, she's not gonna air me out, and I'm not gonna air her out because we're family. So it's just crazy to me that her sister was just
Mhm.
like, yeah, I know that hoe, and I don't like her. You know that's crazy to me.
You know, I did when I posted it initially, I did have to put a one-liner in the comment section. I said like I said she's basically like a U-Haul lesbian, but she can't afford the U-Haul. So
Yeah, she just puts whatever she can pack in her car and drives on over. You're right.
More
I
like
like that.
in the shopping cart.
Yeah, the U-Haul
Oh,
is way out of her price range, and those require a deposit that she cannot pay for.
through that. So, but anyway, if you do see if she ever does get TLC money and you do see a U-Haul with like the Kentucky, because each U-Haul has like a different state on the side of it, I think. So if you see a Kentucky U-Haul or a Pennsylvania one, be on the lookout for her.
We will. We will. And everybody beware if Lisa ever DMs you and says that she loves you, she will try to move into your house. So be careful. Lesbians. Well, I guess not just lesbians. I gotta open it up to men too because she was entertaining dick this season. So don't not just a warning to the lesbians, a warning to the guys too.
Hmm. Oh, by the way, speaking of lesbians, this is super random, and I haven't shared this publicly. I just thought it was interesting. You know who like asks? You know what cast member asks me like, "Hey," well, it's a female cast member. You know what female cast member asks me like, "Hey, is Statler like available? Like, is she with someone or not?" You want to know who asked me that?
One of
Wait,
the lesbians that went down south. What's her name? She was Hispanic.
oh, wait, what?
The
Stop. I'm confused. So a cast member asked you if Statler was on the market?
Yeah, kind of like available.
A female
Not
cast
not for
member.
like a relationship, probably for like a fling or something. Yeah, female
What?
cast.
Okay. I don't know. Is it another
Well,
lesbian?
what was I don't want to say too much because I'll spoil the answer, but what was Gina saying? What was Gina alluding to?
oh, I forgot her name. The one with the girl who was like the American who was obsessed with
Oh,
knives.
are you referring to Jamie from Jamie and
Yes,
Chris?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
Jamie from Jamie and Chris.
okay,
See,
no, that's not the answer.
yeah,
But
I know for a fact that Jamie is not looking for a relationship. So I know for a fact of that.
okay, well, should I tell you? Because it's random, but
I'm trying to think of who else was a lesbian on the show,
well,
and
no,
I'm like,
I didn't say the person was necessarily like lesbian. They could be bi.
oh, and okay, so Sophie is bi, but no, it wasn't Sophie. I'm trying to think who else was
I think
bi.
the bi thing is a big clue.
It is?
Yeah, it's a
Then
good clue.
Stephanie?
Who?
That Stephanie chick?
No, but it was someone on the show that was with men and women
Oh, for fuck's
on the
sake.
show too.
Amani, a mini?
Yeah, it's Amani. Yeah, ding ding.
Oh, okay, so
Oh,
yeah.
God.
That makes sense because she's so thirsty that you would have to hose her down with a water hose to keep her ready. Like that makes sense. She's looking to put anything in her mouth that would get her back in the toilet. So that makes sense. I get it now.
Yeah, she's so Amani. I think has the hots for Statler.
I mean, Statler is a very good looking lesbian, right? Like she's a
Mhm.
pretty girl. She has a good personality. She's got a nice ass. Statler has it going on. You know, like if I was a lesbian, I would be all up in her DMs. Like Statler is a good looking chick.
Yeah, apparently lesbian. From what I've from what she's told me, yeah, like lesbians are flooded. They flood her DMs. So yeah, she gets so much pussy she drowns.
I mean, that's what the show does to you. And she's hot too.
Well,
Like it's not like she's ugly.
even Ty in the chat says Statler could get it.
I mean, Statler is good looking, and I think what's even more hot about Statler is she has a chill ass personality, and she's
Mhm,
funny because that matters for me. Because you
mhm,
know what? Because I was just having this conversation recently because I was talking about Sophie from Sophie and Rob, and they were like, "Oh, she's pretty," and I was like, "But you know what? That doesn't do it. That doesn't do nothing for me. Like, first of all, I think she's weird looking, but I know there's a lot of people out there who think she's pretty, but she has no personality and zero sense of humor. That is like a deal breaker for me. And I feel like being beautiful is not enough. You got to be beautiful. You got to have a good sense of humor. You got to have a good personality. You have to know how to hold a conversation. And Statler, she checks off all the boxes, right? Like Sophie could not talk to you for 15 minutes. She doesn't have anything to say. Like I need somebody who can at least hold a conversation with me.
Yeah, like well, when you're funny like we are, basically like if a chick has to have a good sense of humor because like if they don't have a sense of humor, then all of our superpowers go to waste, basically.
I mean, that's true because most women tell me that they are attracted to me for my looks and my sense of humor. So if I'm talking to a girl and she doesn't laugh at anything I say, that means that my superpower, like she's immune to it.
Mhm.
So it like kills like half of my appeal because women, believe it or not, love to laugh, especially like at a man. So like, but not at a man, but like when he's telling her something and they laugh, that's like a big turn on for women. So if a woman doesn't get my sense of humor, then I'm way less appealing to her. Like she's way less attracted to me.
True. This this may be like a narcissistic notion on my part, but like I always feel anybody that I've been in a relationship with, I feel like I sharpen their like sense of humor to where like after they're with me, they have a really their sense of humor is even better. They're whatever. So like I feel like I give them even a bigger personality just through osmosis. So I'm like, but then they go through, then when they go back in the pond, all of a sudden they have a super good sense of humor.
Well, there's a song about that. I can't remember who sang it, but it was basically a girl telling the new girl of her ex, like, "You're welcome. I made him better. I gave him a personality. I gave him style. I gave him a sense of humor." I can't remember who sang it. Maybe Megan Trainor. I don't remember now. But that's exactly what happens. You teach the person to be more likable, enjoyable, appealing, funny, understanding, and sociable. But then you break up, and then the next person gets this new version of this person that you created for them. So it's kind of like they owe you.
Exactly. So anyway, okay, let's get back to the topics, which is I guess this is a teaser for the previews, but there was a thing where, and thank you, Gina, for sending it to me, where from the previews it says like Daniel may have another wife. So that's gonna, I think, come on this Sunday's episode.
See, for me, it was the irony because he called what's her name, Lisa, the devil or a demon because she was a lesbian, a married lesbian. But and he's like, "Oh, you're married. That's like a deal breaker from where I'm from. We don't do that." And then we're gonna find out that he's married. And I think it's the hypocrisy, I guess, for me. Because one thing that I can't stand is hypocrisy. Like you can have your ways and you can say what's acceptable and what's not acceptable, but I don't do the hypocrisy. Like you can't do something and then tell me not to do something. So if he's really married and he probably got a family over there, because I think if we go back and rewind the podcast, I remember saying, I bet you he got a whole family over there. Because didn't she
But
go
wait a
over there?
second. In his culture, it's accepted that he can have more than one wife.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's true. Because isn't that what Soldier Boy said? So, but I remember the first time she went over there. This was, oh my God, we're going back months because the show's been on for months. I remember she went and remember he was building a house, and nothing was done in it. Do y'all remember these episodes, or is it just me? And she kept asking him because there was like a little kid that referred to him as dad. Do y'all remember that? It was like her first time going over there.
Yes.
And she was
Yes,
like,
yes.
why would he refer to you as dad?" And he was like, "Oh, it's because I'm a male figure in the village or whatever." And I was like, "Nah, I think this man got a whole family over here and he got a bunch of kids." Like that's what I said at the beginning. But then when she went back, they never revisited that house and they never had him around those people anymore. So I never really thought about it. But I was like, now that we're revisiting, I was like, I bet you though that was his son from like episode 3. I bet you it was.
I mean, if he's not phased by like poop, he must have children.
I mean, that's true because kids will pee and poop all over you. Like, so yeah,
Puke and God knows what else.
yeah, that's why I say birth control is so important. Do not overpopulate the world with those little crotch demons. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Think about the people on the plane that are trying to sleep. Don't do it.
Well, speaking of crotch demons, that's a perfect segue because I think, well, we learned at the end of the last episode, like at the end of the episode where they do a preview for the next episode, like the 1 minute, coming up next week or whatever. Basically, from there, it showed that Javon is going to be a dad. He's like the ginger guy
Wait, for who?
for, I forget the name of the Filipino chick, but whatever her name.
Um,
Annalyn.
Anna Lynn is pregnant?
Yeah.
When did they have time to make a baby? Because the whole time that he was over there, they were fighting. Like, when did they have time to actually have a
George, makeup sex is the best sex. You should already know that.
I mean, I do think this is smart for Annalyn to secure her paycheck because he's been taking care of her for like what 6 7 years already. She don't even got no job, but this is an even better way to increase her income. Having his baby, he's gonna have to send even more money over there to her, and he was already annoyed that she was living so nice. So now he's gonna have to send even more money over there. So she's smart. She's doing what she gotta do to get that money coming in.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So anyway, that was. We'll see what happens. That was like a teaser for the upcoming episode. But apparently, he said, "Hey, I'm going to be a dad," so that'll be interesting. But people say he has like a personality of a rice cake, though. So
I mean, that's about accurate. There are brick walls that have a little more personality than he does. That's about
I'd
accurate.
rather watch paint dry.
true.
Yeah. I would watch a lake, just the water in the lake. That's way more interesting than anything he's ever done.
Speaking of dull personalities, the next topic is: did you see the pictures of Shekinah where she looked all like puffy and stuff?
Yeah, but I mean that's basically every picture of Shekinah because she looks like she was run over by a bus and now she's swollen. So like, yeah, but I did see the more recent one of her even more swollen, and I'm just wondering when is
Mhm.
enough
Oh,
with
and then
her.
true, and then it wasn't on my topic list, but then I think she also posted that she's going to move to Miami.
I
I
saw
heard
that.
about that.
I saw that. Yeah, she said she's moving to Miami, and I think she was in LA before.
Mhm.
So
My guess is like I think the producers go to her and say, "Hey, we're gonna have you. Where you? Well, I know they did like Last Resort, but like after Last Resort, they're like, hey, we want to bring you back after Last Resort. So, but you need a storyline. You can't just like be in LA and you're shitty. As you know, I forget that. What's it called? She's that. Well, I can't pronounce the word. Like
I think she's an
esthetician.
esthetician.
Yeah, she's the
Esthetician.
esthetician in LA. But you got to have a new storyline. So the new storyline will be like, hey, we're gonna move to Miami, and then Sarper could do stand-up comedy in Miami, and I'll do move my business in Miami. So I think it's like for the purpose of the storyline.
Well, right, and a segue would be Sarper doesn't want to move,
Mm.
and then that will create the inner conflict that they need. Like it'll be then Sarper will be like, if you move to Miami, I'll leave you. Even though that we know that that would never happen, but that will create the inner conflict that they need to be on another season and torture us for another year.
Exactly. So I think that's like the whole. That's them trying to create a plot.
Yeah, well, them horribly trying. It's almost like they don't try. If they were really trying, they would know that nobody wants to watch Sharper or Shekinah or Shakarper ever again. If they were really trying, they would have picked up on that.
Mhm. And then let's see. I'm gonna jump around a little bit. Speaking of like Sarper and performance, did you see Stig's rap song?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was good. Like I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. It was better than anything Soldier Boy has ever put out.
Mhm.
So like I'm not gonna sit up here and hate. I thought that it was good.
No, yeah, like there were a few haters in the comments when I posted it, but I thought it was good. Like I wouldn't have posted it otherwise, and I thought it was a good. Like obviously, I don't think it was off the top of the dome. He probably wrote it, but yeah, I liked it, and I'm a hip hop aficionado, so
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I definitely think it was pre-written, but so is all of Drake's songs. So at the end of the day, I was like, he's the closest to a rapper that we probably ever had on the show. I'm just gonna put it out there. He's probably the closest thing to it ever.
Yeah, because everybody actually knows who he is, like where he's from. He's on billboards.
I mean, yeah, he's a superstar on that island. That is true. And I think he's the closest thing to an international superstar that we've ever experienced on the show.
International would be actually international,
Well, I mean,
but
we're discussing him
uh,
in America and Canada right now, and he lives in Belize, so that kind of makes you international.
true. Let's see. Okay, well, I guess since we're on this topic of songs, you probably, I don't know if you had a chance to listen or not because it came out today. Kara has a new song out. I think it's called like Amor Nuclear. Did you hear that yet?
No, I have not heard her new song.
no.
Okay, it came out today, but I posted it just before the podcast, and I'm waiting for her to like my post. So because I demand her to like the post since I'm supporting her career.
Wait,
Hold on. I'm gonna mute myself and I'm gonna listen to like 10 seconds
did
of it. Hold
she
on.
did she listen to our podcast discussing her videos? Because maybe she's mad at us.
Well, she was in like Puerto Rico during that time, so she probably didn't hear it unless somebody told her about it.
Yeah, normally you don't. The person that we're talking about doesn't listen specifically, but normally someone does send it to them. I have noticed that because I've gotten DMs or messages or text messages, and they're like, "Were you talking about me on a podcast?" Because somebody just messaged me. So like, I'm sure somebody swiped up on her and told her.
Mhm.
But so I don't know if we're like she's mad at us or whatever. Like I don't know what's going on with that. But I mean,
No,
I would hope not, because we probably sent a bunch of people over there to watch the video. So like, I don't feel like
I,
we shouldn't
I
be.
think no, I think I said she looked exquisite, so that's the only thing I remember saying. Oh,
I didn't say nothing bad. I just said I was surprised at how explicit it was. That's all I said.
Your reaction, George, like literally shook the podcast.
I
Like,
was just
dear
shocked.
God.
I clutched my diamonds. I was like, oh my God. I grabbed my diamond chain. I was like, what is happening? This is not what I expected. I thought that it was going to be a video, but it is not what I saw. I was just shocked.
you clutched your pearl necklace.
I
Oh,
did.
double
I
entendre.
definitely did.
That's a double entendre or something. I don't know. Anyway,
So I heard the first like few seconds of the song on your
mhm,
on your Instagram, and it sounds just like the other ones.
mhm.
Like,
Well, see, I'm gonna hold my thoughts for like the next show because I like it. Yeah, if she likes my post or likes that I shared it, that's gonna change what I think about versus like if she doesn't like it or whatever, it'll change my opinion of the song.
okay, we'll wait for Captain, the expert in bachata music, to
Yeah,
come
that's true.
back.
That's true, because I was gonna say, well, you know what they say, all bachata music sounds the same, but Captain would not
It
allow that.
does.
So we're gonna let Captain give her expert opinion because we're not trained in the tone of bachata, so we shouldn't be giving an opinion on it anyway.
I've been to enough Latin nights to know, and it's just like, okay, girl, I do like her voice, but I think she needs to venture on to like other music ventures, basically.
Mm.
I mean,
I
I
think she
feel
would
like
break out more.
I agree with you. I think pop music is where she should be. She looks like a pop singer to me. So I agree with you, but I'm not a music producer or a manager of music talent. But I'm just saying, I feel like she's limiting herself by doing only bachata music in Spanish. I think that she should do some pop music and see where it goes. I feel like it would go farther.
She should do a song with Stig.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, wow, that could work.
That's actually genius. Look at you tonight. Maybe you are a music producer at this point.
I
That's
mean,
actually,
I do make intro songs for the podcast.
I
Anyway.
mean, yeah. That is an amazing idea, and I feel like they really freaking should. Like honestly, I feel like now they have to.
Yeah, like he
But not singing in
she
Spanish.
does
Or
the
you could
part.
do Spanglish, like have it Spanish and English.
No, I want it
Yeah.
in all English. I want it in all English. I know if no, I shouldn't say that. I feel like people are gonna come for me for that. Retract the statement. Do whatever you want. Sing in whatever language you want to.
True. Let's just go through other topics unless you have anything else to say on that. Natlie said, oh, well, if you didn't see Single Life, but anyway, like Natlie said she had sex with Gino and she just said it was okay.
I mean, I've never had sex with Gino, but I would probably describe it in the same manner. I
Mm.
Me
don't
too.
I don't see Gino as somebody who has made a woman see the stars. No offense
Or
to Gino, right? He
or
seems like
moves like
right,
Jagger.
right. I think he's a nice guy, but I would almost put money on it that I could question every woman that he's ever piped down, and they would say, "Yeah, I did not see the moon, stars, the universe, or nothing." They might have only saw the top of their eyelid for like a second. Like I definitely don't think that he's laying it down to that extent.
True. And it annoys me how like well everyone basically is like re-parrots whatever Jasmine says, and then Jasmine started the rumor that she's just like an actress, but she has no room to speak because her dude is literally in on IMDb in shitty ass movies. So
I
On Tubi
mean,
movies.
to be
that is true. That is true. And I mean, another thing, Natalie, I think probably was chasing after reality D. And I think that she probably knew that she wasn't getting like grade A USDA premium sirloin tip dick. Like I think that she knew she was starting at the bottom. Like she didn't start all the way at
She wasn't getting the Wagyu beef.
right. I think that she knew she
Mhm.
was at the Aldi's and she was shopping for the discounted, she was just trying to get on the show. She started at the beginning. She went to the Family Dollar and she got on the show. She didn't start out at Whole Foods dick. She started out at Family Dollar dick. And I think
She
that's
the the Dollar General, that's about to the meat that's about to expire, the milk that's about to
Yeah,
expire. Dollar.
the last pants section, and she got in right there. So I feel like if she expected anything other than okay, then that's on her.
Yeah, she went to the she went to what's it called? What's it called? Like a food pantry or or what's it called when you like give food to the homeless or something?
The food bank.
Oh,
Food,
the
yeah,
food
she went to
bank.
the food. She went and got some meat from the food bank.
Yeah, and it was frozen and past its expiration date, but she still used it
Well,
to cook.
Yeah,
food bank, you can't give like perishable foods. You can only give canned food.
I know. I'm just trying to be. We're just trying to be funny. But anyway, she got food bank dick because it sounds funny.
Yeah, and that's how you describe food bank dick. Okay, dick, right? It's okay. It's not great. You probably wouldn't give it a 3 or 4 star rating on Yelp, but you might have got a little, you might have got off a little bit, right?
Yeah, she got that. She got that snap dick. SNAP, all capitals. Snap dick.
Beggars can't be choosers
Yeah,
when
true.
it's to be on TV.
And then, okay, next topic, which is, did you see this is more of a visual thing? Did you see the Manon doppelganger I posted?
I did. Am I the one that sent it to you first?
No, somebody sent it in my DMs or something. Somebody
Because
else.
I saw that too, and I sent it to you, but I guess you had already did it. But I saw it randomly outside of your post, which I thought was crazy too.
True, I had to post it because yeah, I don't really like Manon, so I thought it'd be fun to rib her a little bit.
I mean, no one does. Shabooty, her own husband and kid doesn't like her, so who are we to not like her? You know?
True. Okay, next topic, which is actually it's our last topic, which is you may or may not have insight on this, and I don't know how much you can speak on this because you probably do have insight, but I had spilled the tea like a week ago or so that it was what's it called Hunt for Love season two tea, and apparently let me pull up my post to like officially read my caption. So this was a tea post I did like a week ago. It says I basically said, and let me just trigger warning. Anyway, according to my sources, Razvan was sent home early from Hunt for Love 2 filming in Puerto Rico after allegedly calling Jamal a racially charged name slash slur. I know what he said, but I didn't put it in my caption. They'll likely edit him out of the show or dance around his sudden disappearance somehow crazy. And this all just happened today. I wrote this like a week ago. So everyone is still in shock, and this is a breaking news story. So did you see my post and did you hear anything? And how much can you speak on this?
I saw your post, and I I know that something took place at the last wait, not the
Hunt for
last
Love.
resort, the Hunt for Love. I do know that Razvan was originally casted on Hunt for Love, and I do know that Razvan is not going to be. Well, I don't know. He was there for like a couple of weeks, so like I was confused at how they were going to fix that because I was like, he was there for more than half of the production. So like, if his storyline intermingled with other storylines, how are you going to fix that? So I don't know what's going to happen, to be 100% honest with you, but I know that he wasn't there for the completion of the production. So I don't know if he's going to be like gone completely from it through editing, or if they're going to have to keep certain stuff, because there was a lot of times when we watched Hunt for Love season one where they did group activities where everybody was participating,
Mhm.
right? Even the NPCs. So I don't know how this is gonna work, but I do know that he was there for like 2 or 3 weeks. So I don't know what we're gonna see or whatever, but I know that they're not reshooting it. Like I know that for a fact. So I know they're gonna have to work with what they got.
True. And we don't have to say it like on the podcast, but like I mean, anyway, I know what he allegedly said to Jamal. Like, do you know what he said? I mean, I know it. I'm just curious if you know as well. What he
I do know.
Okay.
I do know. Yeah, and it was extremely disgusting. It was a
True.
disgusting thing to say, and I'm shocked that
Hmm.
he said it. But I a lot of times when foreigners use terminology like that, they always say, I didn't know that that was offensive. Kind of like what beer can said. Like cuz they're like, "Oh, well, I'm not from America. I didn't know that you can't say that." Cuz I guess if people are from other countries and say for instance they're watching our movies, the American movie or whatever, we do I don't want to say we, but those terms sometimes can be used in a context in a movie that we would never use in a context of real life. So I don't know if people from other countries know how to decipher between movies and real life, because a
Mm.
lot of times people will watch the Tyler Perry movies overseas and think that we all live in 17-bedroom homes. And we don't. But if you're watching Tyler Perry movies and you think that that's a real portrait of America, you're getting information that's invalid.
True. And then let me say allegedly, but I heard, not related to recent news, but like old tea on him, allegedly, I heard allegedly he may dabble in like steroids, allegedly. So I don't know if he had like a roid rage, like a racist roid rage episode.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Where is he from? Where is he from originally?
I would have to Google, but it's some European country.
Yeah, it's slipping my mind right now, but it's a country that has a castle because he took
Or is it
Amanda.
Romania or something?
Yeah, Romania.
Mhm.
So yeah, that happened, and I don't, like I said, I don't know what to expect because he was there for more than half. He was there for 2 to 3 weeks. So will we see him? I don't know. Will editing, be able to fix that? I don't know. It's hard to tell, but they're not reshooting because I was like, well, they could fly everybody back and film another week, but that's not happening. So whatever they
Yeah, that
got.
would cost money.
Mhm.
Right. So whatever they got is what they're going to use. So I don't know if we're going to get like a shitty season this season because they got to work around that. But I don't know. Maybe he was there and no one noticed him. Remember when Soldier Boy was on season one and no one really noticed him? So it wouldn't have been like a difficult job to edit Soldier Boy out because he kind of wasn't really there. Like maybe Razvan kind of wasn't really there and it'll be an easy fix. Like, I don't know.
Maybe they'll give Razvan the NBC principal treatment where we see her like two times the whole season.
Yeah, exactly. And then he can write a emotionally charged email calling out the production.
hmm True. So that'll be interesting. And I'm sure if it was up to them, they wouldn't, they didn't like that tea spilled, but too bad I had to do my job.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. They don't want to fly us out or send us any cakes, so we're doing what we do.
Or
True.
broken blenders.
Yeah. And then I posted it. Let me see real quick. Um, anyway, those are all my topics. But the only thing I wanted to add was like I posted something on my story from Susan on Twitter said, um, quote, repeating myself, but if not for the hilarious tweets about the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, I'd probably stop watching the shows. They're so boring and predictable that I can hardly stay awake. TLC, you should put Susie Weekly, Shabooty, Captain, et al., aka the crew, on their payroll. So, yeah, Susan, thanks for the shout out. But yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, yeah, we're basically unpaid employees at this point. I agree.
Mhm. So anyway, those were all the topics I wanted to buzz through them. I think we did a good job jumping.
Yeah, I would do a better like social media scrub than they do.
Mhm. True. All right. Any other things we want to hit?
Nah, I'm good.
True. Yeah, you gotta start watching The Boys after you're done with Love Island.
Yeah, I'm gonna add it to my list. There's a lot of things on my list, but yeah, I'm gonna add it.
And then you gotta watch those mafia movies.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I do need to watch that.
True. Let me just read the live chat real quick because I haven't really been keeping up. Um Ty says, speaking of Tyler Perry, I watched both seasons of Beauty and Black. I can't wait for season three. Um, one other thing I was gonna say. Speaking of like Hunt for Love, I don't know any. You know, when somebody like teases something in your DMs, but they don't really tell you any real tea. They just like tease at something where you're just like, I don't know what that means. But somebody teased something in my DMs where I was kind of confused, but they were like, anyway, like I because I posted about Emma. I posted Emma's photo, and then somebody DM me and said, kind of like saying they didn't like Emma, and the person that DM me is friends with Jamal. So I don't know if something happened between Emma and Jamal as well or something. So, anyways,
Ah, okay.
something could be going on. I don't know. So, anyways, oh, sorry. Let me just real quick before we end it. I guess let me just look at the live chat again. But by the way, George, you were in like you went to New York or something?
No, I'll explain more next week. Yeah, but yeah, so everything is yeah, but no.
Oh yeah, I'm out of the loop, so I'm not. I don't know anything when I ask the question. Anyway, oh Sherry Ellis says not food bank dick.
Yeah, food bank dick. That's what she got.
Sure, Ty.
Maybe
So,
maybe Cocco would know about that food bank dick.
well, we know Loren would know about it because he's a hobo.
Mhm.
So anyway, Ty says seeing Natalie's reaction was fucking hilarious. Ty says literally so shocking. I assume that might have been about Kara. I don't know. Um, Ty says Shabooty, we're not stalking Kara like you. And just for the record, I didn't post her song until it was out for like a whole day, so I was in no rush. But anyway, okay. Well, I think those are most of the questions. All right. Anything else you want to say before we end it?
Nah, I'm good.
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. No, we should end it with like happy birthday to JLP Captain Picard.
Happy birthday!
Birthday.
It's your birthday, girl.
True. Yeah, I'm sure. Hopefully, she'll be back sooner rather than later, and I'm sure she'll have stories of being hammered in the DR.
Oh, yes. I'm sure she will as well.
Yeah, I would love to hear her story. She's a good time
Mhm.
when she's drunk, just like me.
True. All right. Well, now you can get back to drinking if need be.
Oh, I definitely need to. I definitely do. I need it. I need to be shit faced right now.
True. Yeah. And Pineapple Girl, you got to come sooner because, anyways, that's about it. All
Well,
right.
we started at a pretty decent time today, besides George being late, but that's expected.
Here we go. It's between me leaving people in bars and getting places late. I can't catch the break. I can't catch a break.
True. All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening to 90 Day Fiance Fridays on a Friday.
On a
Friday,
Friday.
Friday.
Peace
Peace out,
out.
everybody.
Good night, guys. Bye.
Bye.